And hello everyone, and welcome back to week 45 of our Minecraft Let's Play series. How you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing well. So, yep, you may have noticed I am out in the wilderness again because I went ahead and tried looking for another trial map because I want to go ahead and get the mace still, and I said I'd go ahead and do one every week. So I came out here. I believe I am now east. I'm now east from our base, pretty far. And under here is a villager who had a trial map for us. So I went ahead and bought it, and of course we're not that far from it again. We just gotta go this direction. It is under water, I believe, though, so that's gonna be fun. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and head over to that trial chamber. But first, I'm gonna go ahead and explain the other two things that we're gonna be doing this week. It's very similar to how I did last week's, where we went ahead, did a trial chamber, worked on the villager hall, and then worked on the materials for our storage room. And that's because at the moment, that is literally all I have for this week as well. I'm gonna do a trial chamber, try and get mace, go to the villager hall, work on that, as well as try and finally get a storage room set up. That's the plan for this week. We'll see if that changes though. And I'm now gonna go ahead, head over that direction, and we're gonna go see if we can find ourselves a mace. So I'll meet you over there. Uh-oh. This is a problem. I don't know where the actual trial chamber is, because it did not bring me straight into one this time. There should be one here, though. Oh, there we go. I decided to just mine in the tough, and that actually led me right to it. Alright, you guys know the drill. I run the trial chamber, show you guys me opening the vaults, and then when we inevitably fail at getting the mace, I just show you guys what we got at the end. So I will see you guys if anything interesting happens, or I'll meet you guys back with all of our stuff. Alright, it's time to go ahead and drink another potion. Let's hope that we can get 4 keys from here, because that's what I need. I think I hit every doorway in here. I didn't necessarily check, I just realized. Give me a second. Oh, that's why I didn't see it, because it can't get up there normally. I swear if this is another one of those rooms. I'm gonna roll this to run out. Serves me right, I guess. Alright, not only did I not get enough ominous trail keys, I also found another room that requires a regular trail key, so I'm gonna have to run this again when the timer goes out. Hooray. Hey, we finally got a Windburst book, nice. Oh, another Windburst book, okay. Yeah, at least we're getting Windburst books, I guess, but can't necessarily do anything with them without mace. Alright, we need 2 ominous keys and 1 regular key. We're gonna run the whole trial chain twice more. Okay, the game's giving me a lot of Windbursts this time around. And another failed attempt at getting a heavy core. Alright, time to head back. Alright, go figure, we didn't find a heavy core, but we did actually go ahead and get something really good. And that is, we've got not 1, not 2, but 3 Windburst 1 books. I don't know if you can get higher than 1 at this rate. I have gotten very unlucky if you can. But if we get another one of these, we can immediately go ahead and make a Windburst 3 book if we wanted. Then we have Sharpness 4, Density 3, Smite 2, Enchanted Golden Apples, a Diamond Chest Piece, the Armor Trims, Diamonds, Emeralds, Iron, the Flow Banner Patterns, 3 different versions of Bad Omen. We made back our Ominous Trail keys and made more regular trail keys, but this was me having to go ahead and run the trial chamber twice. Then of course breeze rods when charged, arrows of poison and slowness, all the regeneration potions, strength potions, and the decorated pots. So sadly that does mean we still have to go ahead and keep trying for trial chambers, but at least we got some Windburst books, so I'm happy about that. Oh, we have a Windburst 1 book. I'm gonna put these in here then. But anyway, you could probably guess what we're going to be doing now, which is we are going on the next item on our list. And of course, that is the Villager Hall. Now, this time, I don't actually have a room for us to build. Like, we only have 1 room left to decorate in that place, but I still haven't figured that out yet. But now I want to go ahead and actually work on the outer area of the Villager Hall. Try and go ahead and close up the main portion of the trading area. So I need to gather some dark oak, some spruce, some frog lights, as well as a bunch of deep slate. And maybe some stone here and there, we'll see. And alright, now that we're here, as you can tell, yeah, this place isn't necessarily closed off at all, or doesn't even resemble a building at all. It's got no roof, like there's these gaps here, these gaps in here. I'd say the only thing that really counts as a roof is these top parts here. And yeah, we've got some walls around the area, but we can probably go ahead and finally expand on them. So the first thing I'd like to do is go ahead and take out this oak right here, and replace it with some dark oak, and actually give this space a bit of a wall. So let's do that really quick. And there we go. Now we actually have a wall on here, even though it's not attached to the barrels, but, you know, that's a later problem. We at least have the wall here to close off this area, and it does not look horrible, at least. Next, I actually want to work on these things right here, these little areas. All we're going to do is put a rectangle of deep slate tiles around them. Then we're going to put a 2-block wide rectangle of spruce slabs on them, and then we'll put a strip of the frog lights on. And there we go, both sides now have the center console completely covered, so it looks a little bit bland maybe, but at least now we don't have to worry about things like falling into here or something like that. I don't know, just we're trying to cover this up and actually give this a roof. Now I'm going to go ahead and cover over the center areas, connecting those deep slate tiles over to these deep slate tiles using the deep slate bricks. And there we go. Not entirely finished, obviously, as you can tell, but now we've got 2 roofs on top of at least the thirds on this side, and they're going all the way out to the edge. So now, the reason I stopped here actually was because this is in part of the inside, because I don't want to just have this deep slate brick on the inside. I want something warmer, as well as the fact that it doesn't even like cover this area up. So now we're going to go ahead and change the inside of this area just a tiny bit. There we go. Doesn't that look so much nicer than just the open air? But yeah, it's even fully lighted over here, which is quite nice, and this is kind of what it looks like. You know, the beacon's kind of ruining it, but it's fine. Yeah, this is now entirely closed off, besides this one room over here, obviously. I also went ahead and took the time to clear out the snow from here, too. So, you know, it looks a lot better in my opinion. Can also clear up the snow from here, too. But we are not done yet. Oh no, because I also want to go ahead and finish the roof around here. AKA, I just want to add a trim around here, make this look a little bit neater, get rid of these stairs as well, because I forgot to take them out. And then I think actually we'll be done with all the things I had planned for the villager hall so far. We obviously still have yet to even work on the room over here that has no backing or walls and no floor, as well as the fact of the storage room has nothing added to it at the moment. But I'm going to wait until later on that. So I'm going to go ahead, work on this rim around here, and then we will hopefully have a finished looking roof for the time being. It's finally coming together. And there it is, our villager hall with a fully complete roof. Besides the storage room, don't worry about that. So it is a lot of deep slate, obviously, around the area. I thought just to keep it consistent with the whole build, I'll just do this. And then the sides on here kind of look a little bit weird. I was trying to figure out how to incorporate a curve as well as keep it flat. So this is just what I ended up with, just so it wasn't weird, because I couldn't also line it up with the logs in here. I'm not necessarily good with planning that, if you couldn't tell, but all in all, I think it honestly looks pretty nice. It's not bad. There's now skylights in here that let in the natural light, so that's also a plus. And if we go inside, we no longer have to worry about the snow actually affecting the inside. Now it will be covered up, and I think that it looks pretty good. But yeah, that is all I want to get done on the villager hall for this week, and that also actually ends the amount that I have already pre-planned for this villager hall, so I'm gonna have to figure out what next to do with this. This will probably be the next project we take on, and only this, because this room with 7 job sites is gonna hurt, to say the least. But we'll go ahead and work on this probably next week. But for now, let's go ahead and head back to our base, and we shall get started on working on our storage system finally. And with our storage system, I've actually gone ahead and figured out a floor plan for how I want it to look. And it's going to be smaller than the one I showed a couple of episodes ago, but that is because I want to go ahead and try and place it right in this area, right where we ended up fighting the Wither for the first time. And I want to place it here just because, well, I've said before, I want to have buildings here, and I think just going ahead and getting a structure here will be nice. Now, we're not going to go ahead and make the outside of it immediately, but we're going to go ahead and make the inside first. So let me go ahead and hollow this out. And of course, there's a spider spawner in here behind the storage system. And alright, here is the room. It's not completely dug out, obviously, but I wanted to give us an idea of like how this is going to look. As you could probably tell, it's not too big, but it will house a lot of storage space for us. This is a 15 by 15 room, from what you can tell with the strips of logs that I have placed up. And this in itself will hold 61 barrels and I believe 192 chests. So whatever 253 times 27 is, that's how many stacks we'll be able to hold in here. But of course, I need to go ahead and make all those chests and barrels and then put them in here. Not to mention, I'd like to make a roof as well as also put in probably some frog lights into these logs. And then for a final touch, obviously add in the floor and maybe some backing it to the chest. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and we'll hopefully see what this looks like. And alright, here is the basis for how it is going to look. It's very simplistic, but that's kind of the design that we've been going for this entire time. You can see that I've taken the deep slate tile, stone, brick, copper pattern and added it to the wall and the floor. Then just kind of deviate a little bit, put some bricks down here, kind of like how we have over at the water house. And then we have just some dark oak and then a spruce floor to finish it up. It is a little bit dark in the center, but I don't think that's a problem because nothing's going to spawn in here. But now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and actually fill this place up, which is easier said than done. I also just realized I added crafting tables here. These aren't staying because in front of all of these there's going to be barrels, which also means I honestly might tear out the floor and push it in one. I wish I thought about that beforehand. Alright, I definitely don't need to make more chests of anything, so I'm just going to go ahead and start moving things in. I'm going to go ahead and take the chests that I have in the already made storage room, bring them into here, and I will show you the aftermath of what this place looks like when it is completely filled out. And alright, after almost 3 hours of work, that's not even an exaggeration, I've been here for 2 hours and 40 minutes, this is everything moved over to an extent. Now, as you could probably tell, obviously not everything's filled. I don't have things on the item frames that tell me what's in here. I don't have these potions moved in because I would rather do them by alphabetical order, and I did not feel like doing that right now. And of course, there's just some places that aren't even used, like this barrel doesn't have any items in it, it doesn't have anything that's going to have, it's just space for later. I also went ahead and put a crafting table here, and as well as I probably will go ahead and put an ender chest somewhere in here, but for right now I'm honestly pretty happy with how this turned out. But yeah, that does not mean that the actual storage room that we had beforehand didn't take a hit. I went ahead and just moved all the chests over because I didn't see any reason to make more chests if we already had them. Of course, some things didn't get moved over. We do still have the enchanted book here, so this is going to be in a different spot than our storage system. And then obviously as well, our bulk storage didn't get moved into it because there wouldn't have been enough space. Also just realizing that some of these chests didn't have items in them. But yeah, all these I went ahead and left as well, and we will be moving them into a different bulk storage when I get around to building that. But that is for another time because sadly I am out of time, if you couldn't tell by the fact that I just spent 3 hours moving all the storage. But yeah, that is going to be it for this week. I thank you all for watching. Went ahead and did the usual. We went and did a trial chamber, worked on the villager hall, and finally went ahead and built our storage room. I'm quite happy we got to that last part because I've been wanting to do that for a bit now. But yeah, nonetheless, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. You all take care. Have a great week. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. All right. Bye-bye.